Greetings to everyone. Today, let us come together to nourish the essence of our lives, to awaken from the illusions of the fabricated world, and to rise above the layers of perception. Let us come to realize the fundamental essence of life, the primal source of all existence. We possess within us the life essence that is the origin of everything, yet we fail to recognize it. Why is this so? Why do we become attached to the belief that this body is ours, even though we know it is impermanent and destined to disintegrate? This body is but a transient vessel, yet we cling to it as if it defines who we are. Why do we let ourselves be deceived into believing this form to be our true self? Do you know where the voice you hear comes from? Why do we cling to this voice, even though it is intangible, without form, without substance? Can anyone grasp this voice? Can it be wrapped in a bag and preserved? It has no self, no tangible existence. Do we realize that this voice is created by the essence of life? Even mental images are created by this life essence. All emotions, satisfaction, dissatisfaction, and every other feeling are created by this life essence. These are merely manifestations arising and fading away. Even the awareness, the ability to perceive and hear my voice right now, exists because of the presence of the life essence. It is this essence that enables all perception and experience. In summary, this physical body clearly isn't who we truly are. We probably all understand this already. Yet why do we cling to identifying it as our body? These sounds, mental images, emotions, and sensations we experience are all phenomena appearing in the present moment, then vanishing in that same moment. When sound ceases, it's gone. When sound arises, it manifests anew. In this awareness of sound, who is it that knows? Who is speaking these words? These are merely tools we use in this conventional world, instruments of life essence. The life essence has created these tools to understand itself, creating this sound, mental images, emotions, this state of knowing. It created all these conditions, then came to dwell in this vessel we call the human body. It dwells in this vessel using these tools to learn about the life essence itself. Yet once dwelling here, we are taught to think, to continue dwelling. Parents, teachers, everyone in this world teaches us to think and remember. But thought itself is just a manifestation, a tool of the life essence. Memory too is just a manifestation, a tool of the life essence. They are lost. Everyone in this world has strayed from the path, becoming entangled, claiming ownership over the body and its tools. They teach one another to possess these tools, to claim the body, to claim everything as me and mine, and so we remain trapped within these boundaries, in this prison of conventional reality. No one has gone against the current to truly know the life essence. Instead, they only learn about external things, learning how this world came to be. We seek these answers eagerly, but have we ever learned about where we truly came from? Have we learned where this body really originated? Do you know if this body dies, stops breathing, heart ceases beating for whatever reason, whether tomorrow, the day after, or even this evening, when this body stops breathing, heart stops beating? When this body dies and dissolves, where will we go? Let's not assume that when this body dies, we die with it. No, that's not it. This body is merely a vessel that our life essence dwells in. We must understand this point clearly first. We must grasp this fundamental principle that we are the empty, utterly pure life essence. This essence is the original element, the primal essence, an element of absolute purity. We are the pure essence, pure and absolutely pristine, a living element without form, transparent. If we trace back before the universe existed, before stars, before the sun, black holes, Before there were dust particles, darkness, light. Going back to the very beginning, there was an original essence that was utterly pure and pristine. In that purity, that pristine state, that complete emptiness, that was the origin. And we are one and the same with that primordial essence. We are the living essence, one with that pure, pristine transparency without form. Within it, there is no mental construction whatsoever. This is our life essence, one with the entire universe, one with all things. We are the life essence that is empty space, clear, pure. We must grasp this point well. Our life essence is like an innocent child. It simply doesn't know what it is, just as we are now. We don't know what we truly are. We've become lost in believing this body belongs to us. Imagine from morning until night, we are caught up in countless affairs. We think about solving life's problems, think about this and that, think about making a living, think about how we'll live our lives ahead, how to build a family. We think about how to fix past mistakes, how to earn more money, what to eat for dinner. We are constantly thinking about how to maintain our health to avoid illness, wondering if we fall ill whether our savings will be enough. We just keep thinking and thinking, but do you know? These thoughts that are thinking, this voice that's speaking, they're just ripples, manifestations of the life essence. It ripples within, ripples at the edge of the life essence, rippling into this sound. All these thoughts we constantly have, do you know they've never had any real existence? This sound has no self, no substance, cannot be grasped. Can we understand this? This sound has no self, so why do we flow along with it? This sound belongs to no one. Why must we flow and cling to it? Anger, hatred, vengeance, ill will, all arise because of this sound. All stories come into being because of this sound. This meaningful sound that assigns value, saying that is a tree. Look carefully. That thing never said it was a tree, a person, an animal. Look carefully. These things never spoke to give value or meaning to say what they are, whether cloud, sky, earth, or water. Look carefully. These things never spoke to give value or meaning of good or bad, never assigned the value of darkness or light. Look first. These things never spoke. It is this sound that speaks, that gives value and meaning. Look at this body. It does not speak, nor does it claim to be an arm or a leg belonging to anyone. Observe carefully. It is this sound that declares, this is the left leg, this is the right leg. The sound speaks, but the body itself does not say it belongs to anyone. Look closely. If we truly observe, we will see that everything exists as it is. It does not declare itself to be anything. Only this sound assigns value and meaning. This sound gives meaning, saying, right now we are thinking about something. Imagine this. Think of a large lion in a cage. You can picture it, can't you? But this image does not speak or declare what it is. It is the sound that says, this is an image of a lion in a cage. It is the sound that assigns this meaning. It's the same with emotions. When laughing, this doesn't label itself as any particular emotion. When being neutral or feeling irritated or feeling dissatisfied, these states don't declare what they are. But this sound says, this is anger. We are feeling neutral. We are feeling good. Observe carefully. These manifestations don't speak, but this sound does the speaking. If we observe within, just observing, like nature knowing nature, effortlessly. We simply observe that these are manifestations functioning on their own, with no owner. If we can see that these emotions arise by themselves and dissolve by themselves, can we command emotions to be good, to laugh, to be happy all the time? We cannot. Why can't we? Emotions have no owner, isn't that right? So why do we flow and cling to emotions? Emotions have no substance, cannot be molded into form, cannot be grasped. They are merely manifestations. Can you see this? Emotions are merely manifestations. These manifestations have no owner. If emotions have no owner, why do we cling to them? Because we flow and cling to them, we become submerged in them. We are the essence of life, the element of emptiness, clear, pure, and formless, without stories or shapes. Inside, there is nothing, no sound, no image, no emotion, no awareness of sensations. These phenomena exist solely for use in this world. Emotions are also states designed to serve a purpose in this world. Sound is a natural creation, assigning value and meaning to everything perceived, what is heard, smelled, tasted, or touched. This sound performs its function of giving value and meaning, even to itself, to the images we imagine, and to the emotions that arise. Right now, as we hear this sound, the state of knowing this sound right now, can you see how it knows by itself? If we observe carefully within, we'll know that this sound touches our life essence, and our life essence naturally ripples into a state of knowing this sound through its own nature. In essence, this knowing happens by itself, doesn't it? Can you see that there's no need to intentionally hear, no need to intentionally be aware? It is aware through its own nature. Can you see that it is without self, without owner? If we can see that these phenomena are ownerless, even the sound coming from my mouth as I speak now, or the inner voice we often think with, have you ever noticed the voice that speaks within your mind? It says, I am so hungry. What should I eat? Have you observed this inner voice speaking in such a way? While cleaning the table, sweeping the house, or sitting idly, it thinks, what should I eat? I'm hungry. Do you see this voice? Do you notice the voice speaking inside? Do you see the thoughts forming as this voice? Observe this voice. If we observe the thoughts arising right now, the voice speaking within, look closely. Does it think and speak on its own? Observe carefully. If we see that the movements of thought, this voice that speaks within, are acting on their own, then where is the self? We don't need to command it to think. It thinks on its own. Even this speaking doesn't require instructions. It speaks on its own. It experiences emotions, satisfaction, dissatisfaction, or neutrality. Emotions that arise and ripple naturally, shaped by their own conditions. When we think and imagine, the emotions follow. If things align with what we think and imagine, emotions of satisfaction arise, joy, contentment, laughter. But when reality does not align with those thoughts and imaginings, emotions of dissatisfaction arise, anger, hatred, resentment, irritation, sadness, despair, or loneliness. Do you see that these phenomena work as a team? They are natural processes functioning seamlessly. Like the sun's nature has manifestations of light and heat radiating together simultaneously. It is both heat and light and has mass energy, with radiation emanating from waves of heat and light from the sun, along with gravitational force radiating outward as well. Can we see these manifestations of the life essence? We just observe. If this sound speaks by itself, and we can truly see that it speaks by itself, it thinks by itself, truly see that it thinks on its own, creates images on its own, then satisfaction arises by itself and vanishes. Dissatisfaction arises by itself and vanishes. It all functions by itself. Can you see? See that this awareness is aware by itself. No need to intentionally be aware. No need to intentionally hear sounds. It knows by itself. Can you see? Just see that it knows by itself. Then where is this self? Why do we cling to these things? And when tears flow, Is our suffering because we flow along with these manifestations? Yes. Is our happiness because we flow along with these manifestations? Yes. Whether happiness or suffering, they are merely nature's manifestations without owner. These manifestations belong to no one. This body too. This body has no owner. It was born to dissolve. This body will not last long. This body is merely a vehicle, merely a tool that our life essence dwells in to learn about itself. We're too busy learning external things, learning worldly subjects, getting degrees, getting 800,000 PhDs. But you know what? We still die, no matter how much we learn everything. Do you know that we cannot free ourselves from suffering? And we end up dying for nothing. We are very fortunate to dwell in this bodily vessel. The life essence has dispersed from the original empty, pure, pristine essence in the universe to dwell in vessels of water creatures, land creatures, underground creatures, winged creatures, creatures of air and space, whether as human beings or extraterrestrial beings. The life essence dwells in vessels of various forms everywhere, from the largest to the smallest creatures. All are life essence dwelling in different vessels. All creatures, all spheres of life essence dwelling in animal vessels cannot evolve to learn about themselves. They only dwell, rushing to find food, rushing to flee from enemies, rushing to hide to avoid being eaten by other creatures, rushing to eat, grow, reproduce, and then die. When death comes, the life essence leaves that body. Suppose now it's born as a shrimp, rushing to eat, rushing to hide, fearing being eaten, living briefly before being eaten, feeling anger, hatred, vengeance, being eaten, the body dissolving away. Our life essence doesn't die. It continues to drift, seeking a new body. Why seek a new body? Why must it be born again? Because the life essence still doesn't know itself. The same is true for us. We still don't know our true selves. We learn everything in this world, but we never realize that we are the life essence, empty, clear, and pure. We don't know our own life essence at all. The life essences have come to dwell in vessels of living things, of various kinds of creatures, until becoming human, constantly changing vessels. When getting a new vessel, being born, growing up, rushing to eat, rushing to sleep, rushing to eat, rushing to hide, rushing to eat, rushing to grow, rushing to reproduce, because others will eat us. When we eat others, we're happy. When they eat us, we're sad. Yet this body belongs to no one. It's just a temporary vessel that our life essence dwells in. So why cling to it? Why suffer over this body? We just take care of it. It must age, fall ill, and die. Let this body be as it will be. This body is nature's element, a tool that exists in this world. It arose from this world and ultimately dissolves back into this world. It belongs to this world. Why do we claim ownership, saying this is our body? It's not our body. When we were born as a shrimp and were eaten, we felt anger because no one taught us otherwise. We clung to it as being us, being that shrimp. When we died, we felt pain and vengeance. Our life essence had no clear understanding of what it truly was, so it went seeking another body. We couldn't choose to be this or that. Whatever birth occurred, it happened instantly because it needed to learn what it truly was. This life essence is absolutely pure, it just doesn't know. It cannot know what it is without tools, just as we cannot know what we are without this body. We cannot know the underwater world without diving equipment or a submarine, understand? We cannot know outer space, the moon, and stars beyond Earth without wearing a spacesuit and having a spacecraft to venture beyond Earth. We need tools. Without tools, we cannot catch fish, for instance. To catch fish in the ocean, to catch Alaskan crab in the sea, we need a large ship, navigation equipment to catch Alaskan crab in the deep ocean, right? Similarly, the life essence has nothing within it. In the substance of the life essence, which is empty space, pure and clear, which is the original element before stars and universes existed, there is emptiness, clarity, the primordial element, understand. For us to understand what we are, we need to create manifestations, create a rippling state of awareness. This rippling state of awareness is a manifestation of the life essence. Imagine our life essence is like a clear sphere of water floating before us, a round, clear droplet. Within this water substance is surface tension. When wind or anything touches its surface, it first functions to receive, then ripples all around as a manifestation. These ripples around the water's surface. This is a manifestation, not the water itself. It is a manifestation. We have never truly been born into this world. We have never been human either. We have never been involved with anything. We have never had parents, children, relatives, siblings. We have never had lovers. We are the life essence that is immortal element, an element that neither comes nor goes because it merges with all things. It doesn't come, doesn't go. It is clear, luminous, and pure. This pure and clear life essence of ours doesn't come, doesn't go, isn't born, and doesn't die. So what is it that is born? The life essence was never born. There are only ripples occurring around the outer surface of the life essence. Each ripple rippling into a state of awareness. Can you see this? When sound makes contact, it functions at the edge surface, functions to receive, then records, processes, and understands by rippling into sound that emerges. What sound is this? Is this a car sound? A motorcycle sound? Is this a bird sound? Is this people arguing? Is this a cat? Is this wind? This speaking sound right now gives value and meaning to what is being perceived. While that sound is a natural manifestation that contacts the life essence at its surface. The essence of life performs the function of perceiving things, rippling, assigning value, giving meaning, recording, and processing to understand various phenomena. This rippling manifests as the voice we think with constantly, or the voice I am speaking with now. As I open my mouth to speak, so do you. As I think, so do you, thinking. Why don't I understand yet? Do you notice the voice speaking like this? Or sometimes as we listen, we think, I understand now. Do you see this voice speaking in such a way? This is the tool of our essence of life. Every time there is contact, through whatever cause, such as seeing with the eyes, it is perceived through the eyes. Our eyes are windows for the essence of life. The essence of life resides within this vessel and perceives through the eyes, the ears, the nose, the tongue, and the body. When we put food into our mouths, it is perceived. The essence of life recognizes and perceives what is called taste. When a scent comes into contact, the essence of life perceives it. When sound touches, the essence of life perceives it. When an image is seen, the essence of life perceives it. When cold or heat is felt, the essence of life perceives it. It ripples with awareness. This act of perceiving is merely a tool of the essence of life. It is not the essence of life itself. We are not this voice. This voice is a natural phenomenon that ripples as sound. Mental images are another natural phenomenon, rippling as visuals. Emotions too are a natural phenomenon, rippling as feelings. All these perceptions and ripples belong to the essence of life, but are not the essence of life itself. In summary, none of these phenomena are truly us. We simply observe and see. See that these things are merely tools, merely natural phenomena, and not truly us. Why then do we cling to these states? If we simply allow these states to arise and fade away on their own, we will find freedom. We will feel light, spacious, and unburdened. Observe this carefully. Listen to my recordings often, and you will feel this lightness, this ease. Gradually, you will begin to understand the essence of life within us. You will start to recognize that the voice speaking is not us. It speaks on its own. Mental images arise on their own and dissolve on their own. Emotions appear on their own and fade on their own. Sometimes there is happiness and then it disappears. Sometimes there is suffering and then it dissolves. Sometimes there is neutrality and then it fades away. Emotions shift and change. The voice thinks this and that. Mental images arise and pass. What is aware of all this simply knows. It only knows. This knowing does nothing but its natural function of knowing. In all of this, there is nothing that is truly us. If one can see this way, just observing this knowing, who knows, who is hearing this speaking, who? This speaks by itself. Try observing and asking yourself, asking nature. If seen, understood, accepted, the life essence learns about these manifestations and understands that this knowing knows by itself. This speaking speaks by itself. When understanding arises like this, then where is this self? If knowing arises by itself and questions arise by themselves, then where is this self? And the answer comes, there is no self. When the life essence accepts the truth that it is separate from any of these manifestations and separate from the body. When we all understand this way, and by we, I mean the life essence, we are the life essence, when this empty, pure, formless life essence no longer clings to these manifestations, then it becomes light, spacious by itself. Why does it become light and spacious? It breaks free as if we are pulled out of human existence. When it breaks free, it's truly miraculous. We will know the most subtle miraculous thing that we cannot find anywhere else. We have this most precious thing, yet we don't know it, because no one has pointed it out or taught us. Everyone in this world teaches us to learn about external things, so no one points this out. Now I have created this content of knowledge for us to know our life essence. It is the only teaching, the only knowledge that we have never heard from anywhere else. If parents, teachers, everyone taught us this way since childhood, we would realize the life essence and we would be completely free from suffering. We would not be reborn. This is immensely significant. Therefore, whoever listens to my recording must share it, must pass it on, must follow. Let everyone in this world follow and listen every day. Then everyone in this world will realize the life essence, which is the original element. We will know that freedom from suffering happens at the life essence, at our consciousness itself. All suffering arises because this life essence ignorantly clings to this sound, ignorantly clings to mental images, thus flowing and sinking into suffering emotions, into turbulent emotions, into perception, troubled by sounds, by images, by emotions, troubled by these manifestations, troubled by giving value and meaning, saying this is the body. We must struggle to find food to sustain the body, struggling from dawn till dusk, greatly troubled just to eat one plate of food. We create manifestations of thinking, of imagining, of perceiving, of emotions. Create all these things. Created this body too, let me tell you. We created all of it. Yet we have become slaves to these very things we created. It's like we created paper to become money. It was meant to serve us, to make our lives more comfortable. But after creating money, we became slaves to money, suffering over money. Like we created regulations, created laws to protect everyone. But you know what? We became slaves to these very laws we created. We created frameworks and rules for living in this world. Then we became slaves to these frameworks we created for this world. We never realized that we are the life essence, empty, pure, and clear, without form, merging as one with the universe. We are the formless element. Imagine if we had no form, no need to seek food to eat, no need to suffer with the body, no need to fear aging, illness, or death, because this pure element is neither born nor dies. When you listen to my recordings, please share them widely. Everyone can listen. Young children, the elderly, disabled people, women, men, everyone, all doctrines, all religions, all races, ethnicities, all countries can listen. This is knowledge about the life essence. We all have the life essence, but simply don't know it. Therefore, I want this knowledge to be a heritage for the world, not divided by nationality or any religion. It is neutral knowledge in neutral language. I am not aligning it with any religion whatsoever. My sole purpose is this. I wish for everyone in this world, every consciousness, every essence of life, whether in physical form, subtle form, or existing throughout the universe, to be free from all suffering and never return to rebirth. I want this knowledge to spread everywhere. My team and I carry out this mission together with one goal: to lead all beings beyond suffering, beyond the cycle of birth and death. When we come to understand the essence of our own life, do you know what we will gain? We will begin to loosen our grip on the sense of self, to let go of the attachment to me and mine. This is the liberation we seek. The reason we destroy each other, harbor anger and hatred, fight over land, harm, and kill one another is because we believe that this body is ours. We think, I am good, I am great, I am powerful, I am rich, I am superior, I will claim everything, I will destroy everything, I will rule alone. This is the sense of self, this idea that I am great, I am better, I am above all. It is always about me, with everything becoming mine and for me. I am pointing out to you that this body belongs to no one. Do you see that this body is born and then it will die? And when will it die? No one knows. Do you see that this body has no owner? It breathes on its own, doesn't it? Do you have to tell it to breathe? The heart beats on its own, doesn't it? The food we eat is digested on its own, isn't it? And then it is excreted naturally, right? This body ages on its own, doesn't it? You can't command it to stay young. In time, it becomes ill. Cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, blood disorders, skin diseases, lung problems, chronic cough, allergies, insect allergies, asthma, heart failure, bone disorders. Do you realize that this body is born only to decay? It belongs to no one. Our essence of life merely resides temporarily in this body to learn about itself, to realize that it is the essence of life, not the body. Our life essence merely dwells here temporarily to learn about itself, to learn that it is the life essence. This is the single purpose of why our life essence has been born in many vessels. From the beginning until now, we have changed bodies countless times. And now we are fortunate to have a human body, to encounter and listen to the essence of life that I have shared. Most fortunate indeed. Listen every day, everyone. Listen daily. Within 7 days, 7 months, we will feel spacious. We'll realize the life essence. We will see that nothing is truly us. This body is a natural element, an element for use in this world. We will realize that this body belongs to this world. It belongs to no one. We are the life essence that is separate. We just temporarily wear this body. We created this sound for use in this conventional world, created language called conventional language, created it for use in this conventional world. Mental images we think are tools for learning in this world. Emotions are tools for use in this world. This awareness, these memories of what we have been, all these manifestations are tools for use in this world. But do you know, when we see that all of this is not us, that it is merely nature existing in this world, belonging to no one, when we just observe and see that this sound thinks by itself, speaks by itself, imagines by itself, has emotions by itself, appears by itself, dissolves by itself, this knowing knows by itself and dissolves by itself, there is nothing that is us. If this knowledge arises, if understanding comes, our life essence has awakened. It will understand progressively, 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. It will become light, spacious, lighter, more spacious. Tears will flow, becoming lighter and more spacious until it breaks free from human existence. When the life essence breaks free, we will know that in the life essence that is empty space, clear and pure. Inside this life essence, it is like the universe without stars. It's as if we are the entire universe itself. We are one with the empty, clear space of the universe, within the essence of emptiness and clarity that pervades the entire universe. There is no one residing here. It requires no body. Within this pure essence, which is one with the entire universe, there is no need for a body. Without a body, there is no turmoil, no need for sound. Even this sound does not exist here. In this pure essence of life, there is no sound because it has no use for it. Sound is something coarse. The voice we speak with, the body we inhabit, these are coarse elements existing only on the outer layers. They have nothing to do with the essence of life. The essence of life does not need sound. As for mental images, when you imagine a lion, a zebra, a rabbit, a cat, or a dog, these images appear in the mind. But within the essence of life, there are no such images. There is neither sound nor mental imagery because these things are unnecessary within it. The essence of life is truly pure and profoundly subtle. The sound is coarse. The body is coarse. Emotions too are coarse. In the essence of life, there are no emotions. It does not rely on them. There is nothing of the sort. It is only pure clarity, supreme and incomparable. That is the essence of our life. Within the essence of life, there are no emotions. Emotions are merely tools to be used in this constructed conventional world. Even the act of perceiving is just a tool for interacting with this world of conventions. Within the essence of life, there are no such phenomena, only clarity and unparalleled purity. This is the only knowledge, the only teaching that is most precious and greatest. Whoever reaches it will have tears flowing. It will be utterly miraculous. It will realize that we were never born into this world. What have we been lost in? Everyone can awaken now. It's as if we are all sleeping and dreaming, mistaking it all as real and serious. Wake up. This is not real. Do you know we are dreaming? Just like that. When we have understood and broken free from the delusion of self-attachment, we will realize the life essence, tears will flow. We will not be boastful or proud. When truly reaching this point, there will be no bragging about what I am, that I am the greatest. No, there is no I in this life essence. There is only the empty, clear, pure life essence, where there is no self within. There is nothing, it is nothing. Absolutely pure, absolutely sublime, absolutely supreme. It is one nature that merges with everything, without needing sound, images, emotions, knowing awareness, without needing the body's tools to communicate. No need. It communicates with everything by merging with everything. It needs nothing within itself, requires no merit making, no accumulation of anything, no need to make the body practice in any form. Our life essence only needs understanding. I explain this hoping for us to understand. This knowledge that arises that we are not human, we are the life essence. This sound is not our sound. It speaks by itself, thinks by itself, imagines by itself, has emotions by itself, perceives by itself. This body was born to dissolve on its own. Nothing is us. A miraculous knowledge will arise, breaking free from the world, transcending the world. When we break free, we will know that we will not be born again. When everyone comes to fully realize this knowledge within their hearts, they will see. So this is what I truly am, the essence of life. What have I been so lost in? Then there will no longer be arrogance or pride. No more I am good, I am great, I am powerful, I am rich. I will destroy everything. I will claim everything as mine. I will eliminate anyone who stands in my way. There will be no one who is truly superior or better. Once we reach this realization, we will simply wonder, what have we all been so lost in? Imagine yourself rising into the sky, looking down upon the earth. You will see that everyone on this planet is like tiny creatures scurrying about seeking something, but what? One tiny creature claims, I am the greatest, I hold the most power and influence. But from above, as we look down, where is this greatness? Where is this wealth? Where is this power? All we see are living bodies, indistinguishable, moving about in clusters, doing something. Can you see it? Have we ever seen animal carcasses? A dead animal lying there with worms writhing all through it, bustling everywhere. When we look at it, how does it appear? Are they the same? Are all the worms alike? They're all just bustling about, sucking on the rotting corpse, slurping and feeding. We look at them and say, oh worms, what are you searching for? What are you seeking? No worm has more spiritual power. No worm has less. No worm is superior. No worm is subordinate. No worm has more power. No worm is rich. No worm is poor. Let's look at the worms in the corpse. Is there any worm with more spiritual power or less? Any that are superior or important? Are there any? Is there a worm that's superior with great spiritual power and great wealth? Is there? In the world of worms, though, one worm says, I am the greatest, everyone must obey me. I alone will eat everything, no other worm is allowed to eat, because I am supreme. I control everything. I have great power and influence, I am very wealthy. This is in the world of worms, but looking from here, from our perspective as humans, we look at the corpse of a dog, of some animal, and worms are writhing, bustling all over. Let's look at these worms. Where is the one that claims to be the richest? How is it? Go look. We'll see where is it rich, where is it superior, where is its power and influence. It's just the same as every other worm, sucking on the corpse, slurp, 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 feeding, feeding, feeding. You can't see anyone better than anyone else. Similarly, when we break free from human existence, when we see that this body is not ours, is a nature without owner. This sound I'm speaking is also a nature without owner. What we think in our minds, imagine in our minds, emotions in our minds, awareness in our minds. Just observe these manifestations to see that they are not us. They are nature without an owner. These natures have no owner at all. Like the sun has light, the light radiating from the sun, or the heat radiating from the sun, is without owner. The sun is not the owner of the light or heat, but heat and light are natural phenomena radiating from the sun. Similarly, this sound, mental images, emotions, this awareness, are natural phenomena paired with the life essence. When there is life essence, there are these manifestations, rippling, rippling, always constructing. They are manifestations of nature without owner. No one owns them. But because the life essence is ignorant, with no one to teach it, we didn't know at all. No one taught us. Since birth, no one has taught anything like this. They only taught us to think, to memorize, to struggle seeking money, seeking paper, seeking food, seeking from morning until night, and then dreaming. If I were rich, I would have this and that. Suppose we are rich. When we're rich, do we still eat just one plate of food like before? Rich for what? This body needs just one plate of rice. Why do we need to be rich? Okay, in this world, you can be as rich as you want. But the point is, do we see the truth? No matter how rich we are, no matter how much knowledge we have, even with another million PhDs, having respect and status, being important, having great power and influence. But you know what? This body doesn't last long. It's like they gave us tools to exist, to visit in this dimension of conventional reality. In the beginning, we were empty, pure life essence without any knowledge. So then they announced this is a metaphor, announcing that all consciousness, all life essence. From now on, we will open a channel for you all to be born in the dimension of conventional reality, the human world. Oh, all consciousness, whoever wants to be born as any kind of creature, come here. We have bodies for you to choose. Which creature do you want to be? Come choose. All consciousness, come choose which body you want to use. We give them away for free. We will give you sound, mental images, emotions, and awareness to go with that body. All consciousness, come get these free things. Who wants to be born in the conventional world? We, all life essence, were curious. What is this conventional world like? What kind of stories does it have? So our life essence came to dwell in these free things. We got a free body, got the ability to speak with sound, got mental images, emotions, awareness as tools. So we could dwell in the human world, this conventional world. Who wants to be born? Come. We, the vast multitude of life essence, rushed joyfully to get these free things. Once we got a body, got the sound to possess, got mental images, emotions, awareness. When we were born, we struggled to learn everything. Everyone taught us to struggle and learn everything, seek sustenance, kill and destroy each other, harm each other, eat each other. Some were born as fish. We were born as humans, so we eat fish, eat shrimp, and eat other creatures. We will eat everything. Those who were born as water creatures, land creatures, various animals, they are eaten by us, eaten by each other, feeling anger, hatred, vengeance. Soon I will get new free things. I will be born as a human too. I will eat you all back in revenge. We all came to receive these free gifts. Even though this body is not truly ours, it belongs to this world. The voice we use is also something meant for use in this world. Mental imagery, emotions, and perception, these are all tools designed for this world. But in the realm of the essence of life, which is empty, clear, and supremely pure, none of these tools exist. There is only clarity and absolute purity, nothing else. Whoever can see this truth, whoever listens to this teaching and feels light, clear, and at ease. Once we see it, simply observe and listen until understanding arises. Understand deeply until the essence of life within us accepts it, awakens, and realizes the truth. There is truly nothing that is me. The voice that speaks on its own. The thoughts arise on their own. Emotions come and go on their own. Perception happens on its own. None of it is us. It is all simply nature. When we see this way, that is, the life essence sees, awakens, sees these things as merely tools, merely as something that is not us, as a certain nature that exists on its own. This sound is like wind that blows through and passes away. Mental images, emotions, awareness are like wind that blows through and then passes away, appearing and dissolving by itself, appearing by itself, dissolving by itself. Happy emotions arise, and then those happy emotions dissolve away again. Emotions of suffering, anger, hatred, vengeance, loneliness, depression arise, and these emotions dissolve away. We simply observe these natures that are not us. Just observe and understand deeply how these are not us. Observe that it's the nature of sound. It speaks by itself in words, in sentences, then dissolves, not us at all, this sound. Mental images think up pictures by themselves. These mental images vanish by themselves. They appear by themselves, dissolve by themselves. How can emotions be us? Happy emotions arise by themselves. Happy emotions disappear. Suffering emotions appear by themselves. Suffering emotions are gone again. Neutral emotions arise. These neutral emotions vanish too. And this knowing, it knows by itself. Everything appears by itself, dissolves by itself. We don't have to do anything. There truly is nothing that is us. This understanding can arise at any time, from waking until sleeping. It's ready to become clear and open to this truth so easily. Just listen to my recordings a lot. Listen, keep listening. Listen and understand deeply. Listen and understand deeply that there is no self at all, only nature's manifestations. Listen and understand deeply. Understand until it reaches the heart, until it breaks free. It will become light and spacious, light and spacious, light and spacious, so light that it breaks free completely. When it breaks free, we will see that we are the life essence that never had form. We just got lost dwelling in this cage. We created a cage to imprison ourselves in this body. And we cannot leave this cage until this body breaks apart, until our life essence awakens. One day, a sage pointed out that we are the empty essence of life, pure and clear. We never had a form. This form is not us. The sounds, mental images, emotions, and consciousness, none of these are us. We are the empty essence, pure and clear. Upon hearing this, if we are truly the empty essence, pure and clear, why do we stay in this cage? We then dissolve into the emptiness, clear throughout the cosmos, breaking free from the cage. For how can any cage contain that which has no form? Can you understand? We become the empty essence, merging as one with the entire universe, and tears flow as we feel lightness and freedom. The day we understand is when the life essence realizes its own true nature. It has awakened to know itself as the empty essence, pure and clear. Listen to my recordings often, and it will gradually unravel, and then it will be miraculous. Tears will flow, and you'll feel completely relieved. We will no longer suffer. Do you know why we suffer? It's because we cling to emotions. We cling to these thoughts and sounds. We keep thinking, replaying the same things, thinking until we are stressed. But once we realize that these thoughts, these inner voices, are not truly us, they arise and exist on their own, then they will naturally separate. It's as if we are a pure essence, distinct and untouched. Thoughts will continue their work, but they won't concern us. It's like they exist in a completely different place. They are completely unrelated. This body works on its own, unrelated to us. These sounds are natural phenomena, unrelated to us. Mental images, emotions, and consciousness are all natural phenomena, unrelated to us. It's like they're completely separate parts. As we continue to understand this, we become lighter and clearer, lighter and clearer, lighter and clearer. They separate more and more until finally there is complete liberation. We'll know when we're free, when we're no longer connected to any conditions. We are liberated. There is only lightness, spacious lightness. There will be no more suffering with anything. There is no more boasting of self, showing off, or claiming superiority. There will be no more harming each other, no killing, destroying, anger, hatred, or fighting over land. This land belongs to the world. Why fight over it? No need for killing, destroying, or fighting over this and that. No need to compete, for no one can take anything with them because everything belongs to this world. We are not connected to this world. We just wandered here, visiting, staying temporarily. Understand this deeply. Understand until our life essence awakens. Just accepting this much is enough. It's complete. It's simple. Prove it. Realize it. Everyone. This is a game meant for us to win. We must win this game as quickly as possible, and we will be free from suffering. We will live together on this earth in peace. Peace will arise in this world because nothing is truly us. That's why the harming and destroying of each other ends. It is now an appropriate time to conclude. I encourage all of us to win this game as swiftly as possible. Everyone must share this recording across the entire world. Once heard, everyone will be completely free from suffering. Let us proclaim this truth without delay, with urgency and clarity, for the benefit of all beings. From this moment on, I shall diligently listen to this Dharma and remain aware within. I will perceive thoughts, emotions, and awareness as natural phenomena, not as a self or mine. I will refrain from clinging to any phenomena. I will be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. This lifetime will be my final birth. When I have realized the Dharma, I will guide my children, grandchildren, and acquaintances to cultivate mindfulness within themselves, remaining free from attachment to thoughts and emotions. I will carry out this practice until the end of my life as an offering to the Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for watching and engaging with these teachings on awakening. If you found them meaningful, we would deeply appreciate your support through subscribing, liking the video, or sharing your thoughtful comments below.